Hi, welcome to the 1099s, the gig edition. Thank you for taking the time to watch and I hope you enjoy. Remember, if this content is something that you resonate with, please like, share, and subscribe. All right, let's get to it. Hi, everyone. Hope you're having a good day. So, today I want to share my experience with DoorDash. So I have used DoorDash for years to earn extra income. So I'm going to share about my experience. We're going to go ahead and just, start with the pros and then move on from there. But some of the pros are, this is in the before times, you rarely need to contact support. There was a nice flow to the orders. And, the distances were pretty reasonable, making it a nice side income. Then this kind of changed a bit. And when it comes to the change, I noticed the change around April of 2024. Y'all, this month is infamous for me with DoorDash. Because things just changed. It just got weird real quick. Like, I remember getting orders with extremely long order numbers. If you ever dash with DoorDash, you know that the order numbers are pretty short. Other things that I experienced were long waits at the restaurants, and there were no lines. Like, of course, if there's a line, you're going to have a long wait, but in this instance, there was just no lines. Other things that I experienced was, an increase in, attitudes from the staff at the restaurants. Before, you would just go in and pick up, you'd go in and say, hey, I'm here for such and such. And, they'd be like, okay, and it was no big deal. But around this time, that wasn't my experience anymore. And then, when it comes to the orders, pickup locations would be closed. So just high strangeness, right? And then, just as an example, sometimes you would go and, have an order, and if you weren't paying attention, you would get an order that was miles away. So here's an example. Down here is where I delivered an order. And I'm thinking, it's DoorDash going with the flow, so there's going to be a hot spot down in this area where I'm going. There wasn't. I looked at, after a couple of minutes, I looked at the map and I'm like, oh my God, there's no hot spot. So I had to drive all the way back up. So yeah, post 2024, that year and month will live in infamy. But, it really makes you pay attention after that point. But I noticed a lot of that starting April 2024, where you would get orders that were far away and you would get that back to back. Some of the other things that I experienced is the orders been picked up. Lots of that going on, when before I had never encountered it. I had never encountered a situation where the order's been picked up. Something similar to that would be going to the restaurant and them not actually having, the item that was happening. It was happening more than usual. Statistically odd, let me say. And then, of course, as I just showed you in that example, the deliveries were miles away from any hotspots. If you do this and you deliver, a dozen or so orders a night, you're going to recognize, the patterns. And that was one of them. And then, I started getting orders with ridiculously low order totals. We're talking about a $3 drink. I believe the lowest order that I got was for a donut, y'all. A donut. For $1, I think it was $1 and some odd cent donut. And then, of course, the other issue with the pickup locations would either be closed Or I showed up at a restaurant and they said, oh, I knew the restaurant wasn't closed, but when I showed up there, it's like, oh yeah, there was an emergency. We had to close. And then, within a short period of time, this wasn't something where, it's like, oh, 3 months has passed, or a couple of weeks has passed, or a week has passed when these things were occurring. They were kind of occurring back to back. So yeah, when it comes to DoorDash, I definitely check it out. Check it out and, get your own experience of it. Loved DoorDash, pre and around 2020. It went very smoothly for me, didn't have any issues. But I started noticing, issues around 2022 when it came to DoorDash. Like, I remember I was like, what the heck is going on? Why did I get 2 emails about my identity verification? Oh yeah, when it came to the identity verification, I got an email, I believe it was in October of 2022, and then come November I got another email about verification, and I wrote it off to an error, honestly. But, just some of the things that I kind of encountered in 2023 and then 2024. Now, when I look back, I'm just like, I know in 2023, didn't do too much with DoorDash. I think I contacted support twice, once in March and then once in November, but twice a year. But all that changed late 2023. I mean, it was like I had to contact support just about every night that I went out to drive. And that for me was pretty rare. But you know how it is when you're in the daily grind. It's like, well, maybe something's going on. Maybe there's something I don't understand. You're just really just going in the flow. And I really wasn't into DoorDash all that much in 2023, so I didn't really care. But come 2024, April, like I said, y'all, that month is going to live in infamy for me forever with DoorDash. But like I said, definitely check out DoorDash for yourself. I would say that, just be careful and, watch some videos and get some tips on, the best way to deliver and things of that nature. But when it comes to DoorDash for me, I just don't know. I'm going to try and stick with it, for as long as I need to or want to. But, yeah, I just haven't, it's just been real weird lately. And I've been seeing that with other, creators, sharing their stories. But yeah, so that's about it for DoorDash. Join me next time. We're going to get into some of the other gig apps that I've used just to share my experience. All right, if you stayed to the end, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Just remember to like, share, and subscribe, especially if this content was, it resonated with you, or if you want to see more videos or hear more videos like this. I would greatly appreciate you supporting the channel. All right, thank you again. And until next time, all the best.